Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets, getting ready for MBCC 2021. The MBCC that's been, a lot of controversy about, and there's been just so many things, and it's been postponed, twice now, but it's finally happening. And I'm going again this year, and I'm actually going later today. And I don't want to get too much into the politics of it all, because I think it's really gone nuts. I really just want to go to drink some awesome beer. That's why I'm going. So I'm kind of getting ready for the festival because I'll be flying out tonight. And the guys are already going because they're taking the train. But the train ride is a whole lot longer than a flight. A flight is like 30, 40 minutes. So, and I was lucky to get some really cheap tickets. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit here at home waiting for my flight, having a couple awesome beers, and get ready for a crazy weekend in the name of crazy great beers. So we're cracking something that should also be crazy great, hopefully. This is another IPA from Fidens that I got from HopSkullBeerGuide. So thanks a ton to Pau, aka Mr. Hopskull, for the beer. He will be at the festival too. Hopefully we can do a couple videos together. That will be fun. But this is Fidens and Wayward Lane Brewing's Moonlight Generator. This is a double IPA on 8% featuring Cashmere, Idaho 7, Simcoe Strata, and Galaxy hops. Fidens makes some fantastic hazy IPA. And I'm really, when Pau talked about having some extra ones, I was like, yep, bring them on because I think they're fantastic. Again, it's almost like, it's turned in, like, some of the beers I've had from them have been kind of like what I remember from Old School Treehouse. But some of them, kind of like the Butcher and the Vegan, were a bit more towards like monkish-esque vibes, but still more juicy and yeast forward. But yeah, we'll see what we think of this one. It looks damn good in the glass. Look at that. Hazy, pin bright, yellowy orange color. This is what you want. At least what I want in my IPA. And yeah, it just looks beautiful. Very turkey gravy muddy looking. And a little bit of a white head. A huge white head when I was pouring it out. Because I tried to do kind of real big frothy pour to get some nice shots for the thumbnail. But let's check out the aroma on this one, and thanks to Pau for the beer. Link for his Instagram is down below. Oh man, this is like so pineapple-y. I think this is like a supercharged strata bomb of a beer. There's so much overripe, juicy, bright pineapple. Man, it smells so good. Galaxy under. This smells better than the Farmer and the Butcher and the Vegan, which I'm really surprised by because those had some of my favorite hops, aka one of my favorite hops, Nelson, in it. Man, this smells so good. It's like really juicy, this one, compared to those. Really overripe, gushing, juicy fruit. Wrigley's juicy fruit bubblegum. I can feel my saliva running in my mouth when I talk about this beer. But don't worry, I ain't busting yet. It just smells goddamn good. There's a little bit of dankness to it as well. Like a little bit of a cushy type vibe, but nothing crazy. But that could be from, yeah, I know, like Strata and I can sometimes be a bit dank, but also Idaho 7 as far as I remember, also Cashmere. But it has like pink brine, limey, and pithy, citrusy notes too. And then just like this huge pineapple, also like guava vibes. It's usually exotic and tropical. It's like all those flavor profiles Brett and I want, but with more of a juicy and less dank edge if you compare it to Monkish. It's almost kind of like Monkish done a bit more like juice forward and more yeast forward. It smells fantastic. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Thanks a ton for the beer, pal. Oh man, that's real damn good. Fuck, that's really good. It's really, really, really juicy. I will say, I like the aroma a little bit more than the flavor. The aroma indicated more bright singiness. There is some on the flavor, but the flavor is more of that really, really juicy, overripe kind of tropical fruit and also that bubblegum, juicy fruit bubblegum flavor. That means that it's still fantastic. There's an interesting slight earthy vibe and like caddy vibe. That could be Simcoe. That's maybe also where you're getting some of the dankness actually. Even though Strata can sometimes be dank, but it's Like, it's not as hugely passion fruity as on the aroma. Maybe more guava, actually, and then, like, almost like grapefruit or something like that. There's, like, pink grapefruit or something. Wow, what a great mouthfeel, too. It's so velvety and pillowy, and yeah, it's just, man, that's awesome. That is really good. I've never heard of Wayward Lane Brewing, but if they make anything like this, they probably make killer IPAs. Galaxy also plays in with a bit of that overripe kind of cantaloupe, Galia, melon type vibe. And it has like that really, I really love that pithy, limey zestiness, almost like key limes. It smells so fantastic. I really hate a little bit that I like the aroma more than the flavor. It draws down a little bit for me, but I still totally think this is a world-class IPA, and I think it's totally on par with the Vegan and the Butcher. I'm not sure if I like this one more. I think I'd probably like it equally. It's slightly more of a juicy beer, and those had more of that like really cool grape profile, but man, it's good. And it's going down like milk. Man, Fidens is where it's at. Especially if you want like really juicy IPAs, but still with a good amount of hop flavor. And, you know, a lot of, okay, all New England IPAs have lots of hop flavor, but it's actually like real hop flavor, like like a dank, bright, singy, hoppy, almost like, you know, what you find in a West Coast type IPA, but it's not tons of it. It's just a little bit. That's kind of what I want. It's a beer where there's a huge emphasis on hops, but also a lot of emphasis on the yeast, and more so emphasis on yeast and yeast esters and whatnot than there is in Monkish, for example. Again, it's somewhere along the lines of a old school Treehouse meets Monkish. It's something like that to me. Or maybe Equilibrium as well. There's also not so much in this because it's not as like old school Equilibrium. It's so crazy yeast driven. This is not as yeast driven. I mean, there is a lot, but it's not as much as some of those like crazy ones from back then. That's a fantastic double IPA though. Man, I could drink a lot of this, and I'm gonna have no troubles finishing this can on my own. I'm gonna go small 95. I wish more brewers would do either this style or Monkish style, but it seems like a lot of brewers also are. Like, I think a lot of them are getting sick of just like really sweet, under attenuated New England IPAs, because that's been the norm for a long time from a lot of brewers. But you're starting to see these colors and these types of beers more even in Europe. Like Trek with our whole Gold Top series is definitely something like this, and I'd say just as good. Like, I think some of the Trek Gold Top has been some of the best IPAs put out in Europe in this year probably. But yeah, this is fantastic. I definitely think you guys should try and get a can of this if you can. Don't trade an arm and a leg, but worth a shot for sure. A world-class double IPA. So 95 guys for Moonlight Generator by Fidens and Wayward Lane Brewing Company. This was a tasty. We still have the vegan to try. I might pop that later. Who knows? Even though I kind of want to share it with Brett, but it's approaching, what is it, 6 weeks almost? It's 5 weeks in a few days, so I might just crack it today and get it done with, because I know our schedules at the moment are crazy in terms of meeting up, drinking, and hanging out and sharing some beers. And I want to drink these IPAs fresh, so we'll see. I might crack that after this, we'll see. But yeah, really good. Check it out, guys, if you can. And if you already had it, let me know what you thought of it. And I'm going to say, as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers, and hopefully see you at MBCC this weekend. And say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.